engine. By September of 1937, von Ohain's team had a working hydrogen-burning prototype. Further work led to an engine that burned kerosene, a far more practical fuel. By early 1938, Heinkel gave his development team the green light to develop a flight test engine titled the HE-S3. This experimental model was strapped to an HE-118 dive bomber and tested in flight beginning in May of 1939 and ending a few short months later when the HE-S3 burned out beyond repair. But thanks to valuable information gleaned during those few critical months of testing, the way forward was clear. Out of the ashes of the HE-S3, a new model arose like a phoenix. Engineers went straight into production on an experimental aircraft dubbed the Heinkel He178. August 27, 1939, the He178 flexed its wings on its first official test flight. Airborne for scarcely 5 minutes, the test pilot radioed that the aircraft had no vibration like a propeller engine and that everything was smooth and felt wonderful. Despite initial resistance in support of the project, von Ohain had leapt far ahead of the British designer Frank Whittle, who, thanks to delays brought by the onset of war, did not fly his own experimental jet until May of 1941. Heinkel pressed on, and based on the lessons learned with the 178, began building the HE-280, the world's first fully operational jet fighter. In spite of its capabilities, the Air Ministry was still not impressed. Powered by 2 Heinkel turbojet engines slung under the wings, the plane was designed to reach a speed of 405 miles per hour. This was about 100 miles per hour faster than most existing fighter aircraft in the world. On the 30th of March 1941, history was made as the HE-280 took to the air for the first time. This first practical jet fighter was also the first aircraft to be equipped with an ejector seat. There were still ongoing problems with the jet's engines. This was a very new technology at a time when there was limited funding in the Third Reich for untried aircraft. Germany was in the midst of launching full-blown war. The HE-280 would be doomed by a combination of politics and technical challenges. Had the German government given support to production, the HE-280 could conceivably have gone into production earlier in the war and reached the Luftwaffe earlier than was ultimately the case with the Me-262.